Let me do some quick maths. What if Tom had 4 bananas and he gave Susie 3? How much bananas Tom got? 1, right? Now here's part B. What if when Tom was giving Susie the bananas, he sneezed on Susie's neck and Tom had COVID and wasn't vaccinated, but Susie was vaxxed and she catch it from Tom? How many people gonna have some point? 2. Now here's the final question. If both of them gonna have some point together, one vaxxed and one unvaxxed, that means that the vaccine don't work. Well, in order for we to figure that out, we gotta do one more math sum. So let me do a little maths today. Did you know that in enough studies, most people that's dead in car accidents that's dead wearing seatbelts? That sounds weird, not so? Cause seatbelts supposed to save lives. It's like a screen protector but for your chest. Now if you saw that headline in the paper and don't read 9 else, that must will be misleading. However, if you add to that all the people that wear seatbelts generally, it makes sense. So in a study in the US, overall around 90% of people wear a seatbelt and 9.7% don't. So if you like maths, this next part for you. If you don't like maths, hold on, give me 30 seconds and then I got sign-ups for you after this part. So 47% of deaths are from people who aren't wearing a seatbelt. So imagine out of 100,000 people who drive over the course of a year, 100 people die in automobile accidents. Of these people, 90,300 will be wearing a seatbelt and 9,700 would not be. So the estimated efficacy, or if seatbelts does work, you will calculate it by 1 minus this number there divided by that number there, this number there divided by that number there, which would equal an 88% reduced risk of death wearing a seatbelt. Pause that and rewind it if you don't understand it, but I ain't going over it, I just hope you get what you're saying. Now let me get back to the vaccine. The more people that get vaxxed, the higher the chance that somebody that get vaccinated is gonna get infected or end up real sick, as the group gets bigger and bigger. However, that ain't proof that the vaccine ain't working. That's like people saying that Suzuki Swifts always in accidents because Swift drivers can't drive. But what if it's just that they got enough Swifts on the road? And there's been an increased amount of Swifts being bought by Bajans in the last few years, and all of them on the road like stray cats, so one of them bound to get let down. So if you want to know whether or not the vaccine working, you can't look at how many people vaxxed versus unvaxxed that ill. You gotta look at how many people vaxxed overall, and then look at the people that critically ill that vaxxed, and the same thing for unvaccinated people, and then compare the two. So when you look at headlines like this, the headlines say that only 1/3 of the cases recorded in a week are vaxxed, which means that 2/3 of them vaxxed. But when you read the article, it's because over 80% of the population vaccinate, which is enough. Also, the hospitalization rate and case rates are higher amongst people that ain't vaxxed over the course of the month. So, you get what I'm saying. Estimates put protection against breakthrough infections in between 60 to 90% for the vaccines, with protection against hospitalization upwards of 90%. So I know what you're wondering, what if Susie, with she 2 jabs, tragically passes away because of COVID? Does that mean that the vaccine ain't working then? Well now you cook it with unnecessarily expensive Bajan gas. Vaccination don't guarantee no critical illness at all. And if she got real sick, that could be determined by so many things. Like how much T cells she got, how much B cells she got, if she got comorbidities, she age, she weight, how long ago she take the vaccine, etc. And furthermore, with the strategy that we use globally, we decided that it was best that we vaccinate persons first who have a higher likelihood of being critically ill, so that they have a better fighting chance if they get sick. So when you see headlines like this, it can mean that the person had other conditions that made their immune system weak even with the vaccine, and we vaccinate them first. So make sense from that. All in all, this is the long and short of this video. Rona real complicated, and it is important that we know the full details of any story, because I don't like how some media houses, for better or for worse, just name these articles to got me thinking one thing when it's something else. So we gotta read all the information before we run with certain things. Like, ladies, imagine if you send your man a grocery list and tell him before you come home, you want eggs, seasoning, corned meal, cream of wheat, fish, crackers, and all he bring home is corned meal. You want to slap me across the head? So I want one to critically analyze everything you see, even this video. So if you got an issue or you got something to add, leave a comment, question, query, or cuss word down below.